For cheap and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins, check out EasyMut.com and use code SPORTS for 5% off your entire order. What's up guys, Duke back here from SportsGamers.com. Today's Madden 20 tip, I'm going to break down an extremely unique but unstoppable money play in Madden 21. This route concept is going to destroy every coverage and defense in the game. Man coverage, zone coverage, you name it. Guys, if you like the tip I posted a few days ago from the Arizona Cardinals playbook that had that very nice auto motion crossing route, you're going to love this play because it's similar, but it's a great complementary play. We're going to be using another example of how effective auto motion is in Madden 21. So I'm also going to be doing this out of the Patriots playbook on offense. I actually really like the Patriots playbook this year. It's one of my top playbooks. I've been doing a lot of schemes from it. Probably going to release something from it soon. I love this playbook. The formation I want to look at is the gun, doubles, flex, pats. So I do like to put my best receiver as the outside receiver on the running back side of the formation. This is because this is where the key route is. And then I also like to put my second best receiver as the other outside receiver over here where you see I put Sanders. So I have Thomas, who's my best receiver, on the left, and then I put my second best receiver on the right. The slot receiver, he's not going to be as important, so you don't need to worry as much about him. But the play I want to look at is Patriots corner. So the way I'm going to set this up, guys, we're going to be able to attack any coverage out there. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you against man coverage first, and I'm going to put my curl flat zone drops on 25 because that's what most people do when they're playing this man coverage defense, which is still kind of like the meta this year. Now, I do like to have the two receiver side of the formation on the wide side of the field if possible. It's not a huge deal, but that is my preference. Before I get too much further into the setup, I just want to remind you guys, if you're enjoying my content, make sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button in the corner of the video, and also turn your notifications on so you won't miss out when our videos go live. You'll be notified immediately. We post tips and gameplay on a daily basis. Guys, if you're rocking me, smash that like button. It really does help us out a lot. Continue to grow the channel and continue to be able to drop these great videos for you guys. In the meantime, anyone who's looking to get better at Madden 21, make sure you check out SportsGamers.com. We have the best tips and ebooks, offense and defense for Madden 21. We have our Madden Vault tip membership where we drop 4 to 6 tips every week to stay ahead of the meta, to make sure you guys are always on top of what's effective in the game and one step ahead of the competition. And we have our full ebook schemes for offense and defense as well. Very, very good content at a great price. So, without further ado, let's get into this breakdown. So, first of all, it's a very, very effective play because, like I said, it will beat man and zone. So here we're going to go ahead first and do the little purples out of man coverage. And then we'll go ahead and start playing zone. But this is, kind of the meta defense still. Man coverage, guys. It is very good this year. The reason why I like this play so much is that the route to Thomas, the auto motion route, destroys man coverage. The only really adjustment I make on this play is to streak the slot receiver, and that's to provide a flood concept if they're playing zone. But against man, my main reads are going to be the post route to Sanders and then the auto motion route to Thomas. So let's go ahead and snap the ball, show you guys how good this Thomas route really is. It gets really, really great separation against man coverage. The auto motion is just killer, guys. Look at that. That's an absolute dime down the sideline. Now, if you get a little bit better throw, because, Breeze doesn't have the highest throw power, but if you got a quarterback with high throw power, he's actually going to be able to lead this a little bit better, so you can probably turn upfield and score a touchdown on this. And you guys can see it. It gets over the top of the purple, and look how it just turns around the man coverage. Gets this just absolutely ridiculous separation. It's open, as you guys can see. Just take a little quick look at the break, how it gets so open. Just running wide open here against man coverage. You can't get much better separation than that. And again, it gets by the purples too, which is so important this year because everyone's playing with purples in man coverage for the most part. Now, that's a route that requires them to manually guard it. I do want to show it one more time just so you guys can see really how good this is. And then I'm going to show you guys my other main read against man coverage if they happen to manually take that route away. Because, it's so good that they're going to have to basically go over there themselves in order to stop this. But I just want to show it one more time. You guys can see the auto motion just gets that crazy separation, and bam, he's out. This time we're almost able to turn the field for the touchdown, and that's why I said it is better to have it on the wide side of the field so you do have more room to work with. The thing is, like I said, Breeze's throw power, it's just not really ideal, so if you do have a stronger arm quarterback, you're probably going to be able to get that pass off a little bit quicker, a little bit more oomph on the throw, turn upfield for the touchdown, but still, great play. All right, now look at this post route. You can throw a low ball in there all day long against man coverage, and it's pretty much guaranteed money. That's why I really love this play, is both of those receivers are a threat. One of them is going to the outside, and the other one's going over the middle of the field. So basically, whatever I see them go user, I'm going to throw it to the other player. So if they take away our auto motion route, which again, they're probably going to need to after we hit it a few times, that's a low ball on the break to that post every single time. You can possession catch it, and it's going to be unguardable. Now, you guys can clearly see you're not going to be able to play man coverage on this play, and you're probably thinking, well, what if we just play zone? Zone doesn't really work that well either because, you have a flood concept and then you have a route over the middle of the field. So, let's start with cover 2. I'm going to go ahead and put my zone drops on 20 for the cloud flats just because that's what a lot of people do. And, I've said it once, I've said it a million times this year, you have to attack the flats in this year's game. So this play allows you to attack the flats on both sides of the field. Again, all I'm doing is I'm streaking my slot receiver. Now against zone, this is another play. I preach this a lot, but I love plays where my reads are the same regardless of coverage. So when I'm seeing zone, I'm looking at the flats first every time. Reason for that is if they're going to have zone drops on, or if they're going to just give me the flats, I have to take advantage of that, guys. I just have to. So here, you guys can see, that's going to be the tight end and then the running back. So I have one flat on each side, and I can see right out away at the snap. It's such an easy read, and that's why it's first. You just want to look to see if those zones drop back far, obviously as they did there. And if you see that, you can just throw the flat every single time. And again, I love this because I have the flat on, both sides of the field. You guys can see here, look, bam, turn that upfield, get that easy yardage. The running back out of the backfield is going to be there all day long. And this applies whether they're just playing a cover 2, a cover 3. Doesn't really matter. I'm reading, or even cover 4 for that matter. I'm just always reading the flats first. And until they start guarding them, I will take them every single time. Now, the thing about this is obviously at a certain point, they're going to stop giving up the flats. And at that point, when you stop giving up the flats, that's when I can start to hit the route on the sideline, because it's going to be open. So that's a really hard route to stop. If you're going to take away the flats, it's literally you cannot stop this route if you're going to take away the flats. So that's why the flats are important to establish, because once you establish the flats, then the auto motion route's going to be open on the sideline every single time against zone coverage. Take a look at this here. So they have to guard the flats, which they do here. You guys can see here the streak is going to take the deep zones back, which allows us to fit that in on the sideline to Thomas. That was a cover 3. If you look at cover 4, the same exact thing will happen. Basically, the deep zone will have to respect the streak, and if they're going to take away our flats, we're just going to throw that every time on the sideline. But if they don't guard our flats, obviously at that point we'll just throw the flats. So that's why this read is just so easy. So here's cover 4 hard flats, so they are going to have the flats guarded. It's just the same thing every time. You just want to look to see if the flats are guarded. If they're not, you hit them. If they are, you pretty much know that this guy over here on the sideline is going to be open for the easy throw and catch unless they manually guard it. Now, this is the beauty of the play. You're probably asking yourself, well, what if they just go ahead and do something to where they're, just going to take away your read, something like this, where they're going to take away your read to the flat. Maybe they'll put a purple over here, man up the tight end so you can't throw the flat, and then take away your read to the sideline with their user, right? They might just say, well, we're going to guard the flats, and then we're going to just run over here with our user to take away this guy away, right? So we're just going to take our user, we're going to run up over here, and then you know what? Fine. Because if you do that in the middle of the field, don't forget, we have that every single time. Guys, the post is a very important read on this play. It's not something you're going to want to sleep on because, again, they're going to have to respect the middle of the field. You don't want them to just be able to take their user and go run over to the sideline to go guard your flat, your flood, or the route that's on the sideline. You want them to have to stay at home. And if they're not going to do that, you can throw to Sanders over the middle field every time. Don't sleep on it. Just think it's for zone, for man. It also works really well for zone. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tip, man. This route really makes this play a problem. It's going to be able to attack every coverage in the game with ease, defeat every defense really that can be thrown at you. So make sure you take a look in your playbook for auto motion routes, guys. They are very good this year, especially at beating man coverage. And also, when you have a foolproof play like this that has a flood concept to beat zone, you're in business. Until next time, it's Duke, and I'm out.